Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Today, we need to have a serious conversations about Modern Horizons 3 and the possible shit show that Wizards is going to make it. So, don't forget links in the description that help support the channel. Buy your cards, subscribe is the best way to do it for free, and just watch the videos. We're on Rumble, live stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'll be playing a little arena while taking your guys' questions if anybody's hanging around. It's Eastern time, by the way. So, let's talk about Modern Horizons 3. First off, we had some more cards leaked today. As we knew, the other series of fetch lands is in the set, like they've said. We see them here. We'll get another thing of Snowlands, and we see Solitude as a special guest. So I'm going to assume special guest slot for this product is going to have all the elemental incarnations from Modern Horizons 2. Now, this is clearly off to a good start. All these cards, in my personal opinion, are fantastic. We also saw some other cards previewed the other day. Also, very nice cards. Nothing wrong with them. Matter of fact, if I was being honest, at first glance, this looks like a banger of a set. Not even gonna lie. I was excited. How could I not be? I mean, we've got the cheapest fetch land right now going for $25 from 15 to 25. So clearly there's value. Snow-covered lands are luckily not been printed into oblivion yet. Wait for it. But I love this snow-covered land art. I think it's fantastic. So much good things going on with this whole scenario. However, Wizards of the Coast, in their ever infinite wisdom of trying to make money, have decided this is their next venture into the realm of Magic 30 and how much they think they can rob us with. And we're going to talk about that, so buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a painful conversation, and I'm sure that the comment section is going to be a giant bloodbath. So here we go. We're going to start this little conflict off with the collector booster for Modern Horizon 3. Currently listed on Amazon through Wizards of the Coast, $504 at pre-order. This is bloody insane. I mean, I guess on a better note, at least you get 12 packs. Ooh, boy. Like, I don't even know where to start with this. This is just absurd. This is double the normal price of a collector booster. This is double the price of Fallout when it was first put on pre-sale. So is this collector booster going to be even more harder? I'm bad at English and a giggity. Is this going to be harder to get than Fallout? I seriously doubt it. So there's no reason for the price to be this high. Now, with all that said, you might be thinking to yourself, now, Captain, let's give them a break. There might be some cool shit in here. We've got special guests and all this other stuff. We've got serialized cards. They have said, instead of serialized cards out of 500, we're going to have serialized cards out of 250, making them harder to get. There'll be serialized fetch lands. So, in the grand scheme of things, as much as I hate this price, and I think it should be cheaper, I think they might be close. However, I think this should be around $350. Now, we can argue in the comment section about that, and I'm sure you guys will have at it. At the end of the video, I'm going to give you my real take on this and why, because I got some comparisons for you. Now, moving on, we have this little caveat. Here's what collector boosters look like compared to the rest of the set. So, We have play boosters at a mere $380, $100 less than the collectors. So I just want to put out there, we had a conversation in the comments and people didn't like the fact that I compared master sets to certain other sets because they're not master sets. $378. This is how much it was when Commander Masters came out, and guess what? It went straight in the shitter. Now, yes, it's come back because it has tons of cool reprints. How many times can you do that before you destroy your card base? So, anyway, with that said, this is also roughly 2.5 times a normal play box if the play box is 150, like they first came out at. And as we have seen as an environment and as a gaming community, the play boxes are now getting sold for around $100 to $105 because nobody likes them, nobody wants them, and there's no value in them. So I find it real hard to believe that that's a good price. Gift bundle $110. That's probably a little high, but to be honest, with the kind of stuff in this product, I'm not going to throw a lot of slack at it because you're going to get 6, 9 Modern Horizons 2 boosters. Over there it says 9 play boosters, so if the play boosters were $5 a piece, that's $45. Plus the gift bundle will have extra stuff. And we know that these boosters they can't be $5. That's too little. But $10 a booster is what they're saying. And that I think might be stretching it. Maybe $7.99, but 10? Ugh. I mean, they're saying the collector booster is $42. This is completely absurd. And to give you a little context with that and why I think that way, let's delve a little deeper, get a little more information. So, here are the commander decks. Now, $280 for 4 commander decks, $70 a piece. Probably a bit much in my opinion. However, there could be good enough cards that each one of these decks at $70 a piece, which is what they sell separately, could be worth $280 altogether. However, we have over here this premium deck version at $600. Are you freaking kidding me? Now, before we have, we'll say, a small cow, at this point probably a raging bull, about this price, let's take a quick look about what's different in this $600 product versus normal products. So, here we have it. You get all 4 collector edition bundles. Tells you what they are. You get exclusive collector edition foil treatments on all 100 cards. That's actually pretty cool. Every deck will feature a special foil treatment introduced for the very first time called Ripple Foil cards that gleam in a pattern like ripples in a pool of water. Alright, I'm starting to get on board with it because that does sound kind of cool. However, $600 still seems a bit much. Now, moving on. Borderless Profile Commanders. Meet the new stars of your collection, up-close profile views of your commanders. Each deck includes 2 legendary creature cards featuring a striking borderless profile, alternate art treatment, and dress to impress ripple foil. It's starting to sound even better because if you guys remember from Commander Masters, that profile look was really cool. Everybody dug it, I'm pretty sure. Plus being able to get that, plus in ripple foil, I mean, they are starting to kind of stack it up, starting to sound better and better. Now, introducing 60 commander cards. These decks introduce a total of 60 never before seen cards to Magic the Gathering, with 15 introduced in each deck. Now, only with 50 new cards in every deck, that's more than normal, I think. And that's pretty sweet. And with it being Modern Horizons 3, these are going to be very powerful cards. So, that's cool too. However, that's also in regular edition. Now, powerful right out of the box. Yes, they're going to be powerful. All foil decks ready to play. We get that. Nobody cares except for price. Now, Collect special treatment cards. Every deck also comes with a 2-card collector booster sample pack containing 2 alt border cards from Modern Horizons 3 set, including 1 rare or mythic rare, and at least 1 traditional foil. Now, that is cool. However, I'd rather you make this cheaper, and I'll just buy your collector boosters. How about we just go that way? Now, finally, 4 all-new foil-ready 2-play decks plus accessories. Each deck includes 100-card Ripple foil cards, a 2-card collector booster sample, 10 double-sided tokens, 1 live tracker, and 1 deck box. So, we've talked about what's in there. Do you guys think it's worth $600 for an all-foil deck? Mind you, we've been getting all-foil decks for less than $100 through Secret Lair. Now, mind you, not all those cards are all that great, but if we price this at what we think should be right, which is $100, $400. Now, they're already $70 for base, so $30 for all foil, in my opinion, is actually probably a deal. And I'd be okay with that. So $400, I could probably see $400. Now, with that said, an extra $25 a piece is something that I would have to really try to have a conversation about. It just feels wrong to spend $600 on something like this. Maybe that's just me, and I'm not a whale by any stretch of the imagination, but I do like to collect certain things that I think are cool. Also, can this be this kind of price when we know that they might print it until people stop buying it, meaning it's not going to have any values, it's going to be printed to demand, because these are commander decks. These are not special one-of-the-time runs. So if we find out later that these commander decks are one-of-the-time runs, that may also be something worthwhile. Also, things that may hurt this is if Ripple foils are in the regular set, not just in here, and you can pull them out of packs, they lose a lot of their desirability because you have ways to get them outside of these boxes. Now, this is all speculation and stuff we can have talks about in the comment or maybe tomorrow during the live stream. But this is the kind of things that we need to have serious conversations about. And here's why. Let me move forward here to give you my next topic of discussion. This is a Modern Horizon 2 collector box right now for sale at the Magic Store online. $444. Now, is this correct for how much this should be? Who really knows? But it is very close to Modern Horizons 3 cost. However, as you know, these boxes did not come out at $444 in the very beginning at their first release. That was nowhere near how much they were going for. So, if I was to look, we'll say somewhere else, like TCG Player, for how much one of these boxes are going for. On TCG Player, you can get one of these boxes here, currently at the filming of this video, $311. So what they're trying to tell us is that this brand new Modern Horizons 3 product is worth 300, we'll say 325 versus 5, 10%, 20%, around 25 to 30% more than Modern Horizons 2, which is out of print, has fetch lands, and all the cards we've seen so far at regular pull rates. And I call BS on that. Now, that being said, moving forward, let's compare some other products of Modern Horizons 2, which is out of print. We have the draft boosters on their website for $224. Now, you can get draft boosters for $159, well, $160. There's some numbers behind there. Anyway, for $160 on TCG Player. And as you saw, they want to sell them for $378. And I know what you're saying, but Clyde, these are play boosters. They're more like set boosters. Well, Modern Horizon 2 set boosters are rocking a $219 price on their website. And at TCG Player, they're going around $223. So, if you took the best of both these worlds and put them together, like they did with the Play Booster. Remember, boxes were going for around $120. When they put them together, they raised the price by $30. So if you put these together, raise the price by $30, at best you're stretching for like $250 if you go $30 on top of the most expensive product of the two, which is set boosters. So they're saying that this product is almost 40 to 50% better than Modern Horizons 2 as an out-of-print product with some of the same things, except it has a different cycle of fetch lands. Now, I'm not saying the fetch lands won't play a big role, but as you guys know, they printed Modern Horizons 2 so much, the fetch lands took a serious dive, and that's fine. But by saying the fetch lands is where the money's at, and that's why you should buy this product, they're already at around 25 to 20 bucks. They're going to be 10 to 15 moving forward, so they're going to print the product into less value. That's just how this is going to work. So I don't know what else to tell these guys. So with all that said and all the information we have, quick summary on my thoughts on the product. My original first thought, Wizards of the Coast is out of their freaking mind to charge this kind of money. My second thought, this is how they're going to try to recoup all the money they're losing, because they've already stated in their customer call or call with their stakeholders, they don't expect to gain any momentum. They want to reduce their print runs because they've destroyed their product, but they want to keep the money at the same level, which means they have to print less and charge more, i.e. play boosters. Now, benefit of the doubt of all this is it's very possible that all the way back here in Amazon, these are all holding prices. Place marker, call it, an earmark, call it what you will. After they destroyed the draft boxes from Ravnica Remastered because they got placed on here for $125 because nobody knows what the hell they're doing, causing a disaster, they may have went ahead and put this on here themselves purposely at a higher price to prevent that from happening, and then as it gets closer, they'll lower that price to more of a level they want. That way people don't get to come in here and the play boosters for Modern Horizons 3 are just listed at $150 like the old ones were because somebody doesn't know what the hell this product is. There's that. There's also the thought, what if this was to put out there, not only for that reason, but for the real reason of, if we put them out there really freaking high, and people start buying them, that means we can stay the price at this level and make tons of profit. Worst case scenario, if nobody pre-orders, we'll slowly start lowering product price until we start getting pre-orders in a steady quantity. Then we'll realize that is probably where the product should be, or maybe a little lower to encourage more buys so that we can get the most out of this product before we actually release it. That way, they know what they can charge because they'll figure out what people will pay for it before it actually goes on sale. And they can't do that through normal distribution means, but they can do that through Amazon. So that's what I'm thinking. And with all those assumptions being made, and the last two that I'm using as a benefit of the doubt is still shady as hell, and I don't like it. But the last scenario, two scenarios, also would be the best from their business sense, and I get that. And also prevents them from having another disastrous release like Ravnica Remasters. So I understand the thought process, and I think it's smart that they're doing it. As a player who wants to buy this product, I don't like this approach. Because they're basically, like they always have, are trying to milk their customers for all their money. Which, when people will buy this, but the problem's going to be, you'll have to pick what you buy. So people are still spending, well, let me take that back. People aren't spending the same amount of money on Magic as they used to. They cut back how much they spend, and they only buy so much and only of certain products. So as an overall landscape, Magic will always make less because that's how they've geared us now. We like, for example, Ravnica Remastered. I didn't buy any of it. A, I didn't like it. I made that clear on the channel. B, I didn't like it because I had the cards already, and the reprints I didn't think were worth my time. And C, the price was way too high for me to invest in and open some boxes for fun because they put it out of my comfort zone. And because of that, I invested in a different product. However, when I bought that product, Karloff Manor, because of issues I saw with it, which I made clear on the channel, I bought only the minimum I needed and did not buy any extra. So I spent less than I normally would and skipped the product cycle. And I think that if Magic is not careful with what they're doing here, they're going to gear a lot of people more toward that style because people are really buying singles a lot more. And it's going to be very detrimental to them. Now, with that said, tell me down below what you think. But at the end of the day, I think this, as much as I like this product and everything I see, I think is great. This price point is the very next catastrophe that will be very similar to Karloff Manor, I think, unless everybody in the community is willing to shell out these kind of prices. Tell me in the comment sections if you are. And until next time, be kind. I hope to see you crossing the game table. And if you guys got this kind of money, I'm in the wrong damn business. Jesus Christ. Somebody subscribe and fucking give me $5 a month. I mean, Jesus Christ, at least I'm nice to you and I'm funny. And I mean, I'm ugly as sin, but I'm funny. So, you know, ugh.